My daughter is epileptic. She's also autistic. She was diagnosed with infantile spasms. At 3 months, we saw her have her first seizure. At that time, I didn't know what that was. It just was an odd movement. So we went to the doctor and got us into sick kids, at which point we noticed she was having massive epileptic activity. She was having like 20 to 30 seizures a day sometimes, and there was really nothing I could do. So they immediately started her on a bunch of, quote, first-line medications, none of which worked. Every time you fail a medicine, it's less likely that the next one will be effective. The steroidal therapies made her gain weight, didn't really affect her seizure activity, and can cause hypertension and things like that. I'm not anti-pharma by any means, but it occurred to me that there should be some research done and that maybe doctors were missing something. So I really wanted to try cannabis oil, and one of her doctors was kind enough and good enough to take all the information I had given him and read it and come to the determination that he didn't know if this would help her, but that was pretty clear it would not hurt her. So they signed a prescription for me. They were not able to give me information on dosing or interaction or anything else. So I took it upon myself to figure out how to make the oil. I made oil multiple different ways, had it lab tested, and then in late 2014, I started her on a high CBD cannabis oil. And lo and behold, she went from having, 20 plus seizures a day to none in a week. Home from school. At that point, I went back to her neurologists and I said, we need to do an EEG. She had had probably 20 in the first 2 years of her life at this point. And we got the EEG done. There was no epileptic activity seen, and the hypsarrhythmia, which is the high voltage, very damaging epileptiform activity, was gone, was erased. So, it was, I don't like to say it was miraculous, but it was very amazing. And the fact that this was working when at this point she had failed, I think, 9 other medications, was awesome. Guinevere is doing things that we were told she might never do, and her path is unknown for the future, but so is everyone's. And in general, she's leading a really happy life. It changed my life profoundly because of that, and profoundly on numerous other levels. One being that I got involved in the industry, and I'm happily working for a licensed producer called Flower now. And I see a bright future in the cannabis industry because it's being more and more accepted as a viable therapeutic for many reasons.